Hello, Sagittarius. How are you? Welcome. I hope you're doing very well. Sagittarius, let's see how your energies will be at this moment so you can use them to your advantage and see a situation from a new point of view. This reading is general. Take what resonates with you. If not, disregard the message. And it applies to all those who have their sun, ascendant, as well as their moon or Venus in the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, if you want, you can check the readings for your other signs to get a much more personalized horoscope. If you need a personal consultation with me, you can write to the email shown on the screen, and I will send you all the information you need. Let's analyze the message for the sign of Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you start here with the Four of Cups. Sagittarius is an energy that often speaks to us about those moments in life when you might be withdrawing, right? It's like there are things coming from the outside, whether they're opportunities, people, or situations that just don't feel right to you. Or maybe someone comes close to you and you're closed off to this opportunity, right? Because, for example, maybe you're more focused on what's happening inside you. Maybe there are other emotional needs, right? Or there's something from the outside that's just not convincing you, right? It's like, I still can't decide. I still can't open up to that person. I can't be open to that offer yet. Maybe I still don't trust. So there's something that... Or a situation, right? That's inviting you to see how your inner emotional world are, right? Where those emotions stand, what Sagittarius is needing at this moment, what you're feeling, and if there's any kind of maybe emotional overload, if you feel overwhelmed, right? It's like sometimes those introspective moments are good because they're really clarifying moments where things get defined. They define what we want. And actually, look at how this continues here, right? And take this time. Take this time to be with yourselves because I feel like it's going to bring clarity about your path, right? And this has to do with, all right, I've already decided. I start to take the reins, as they say, right? The reins of my destiny. I'm clear on things. I'm clear about where I stand with, for example, this person. I have my long-term goals very well defined. I already know where I want to go. I already know where I want to go next. So I feel like you go from a moment of doubt to a moment of total clarity, right? Now, I feel like there are a lot of things, right? That even though you're making progress, you'll be moving forward, but from a different place. There's not a Sagittarius here who's moving forward impulsively, but rather we see you there, more step by step, processing information, analyzing and observing. If this has to do with putting yourself out there to meet someone or starting a relationship, if before this person didn't quite convince you or made you feel doubtful, I feel that here you give yourself permission, I would say, to move forward in the relationship, but from a different place. Now, from a place of observation, from a place of analysis, from I'm opening up, but maybe only up to a point, right? Because I want to get to know the person deeply, because I want to analyze the situation, see what's going on inside you before you open up completely. Maybe in a possible commitment or relationship. Look here at the cups. And of course, everything is leading us, leading to the great opportunity to start a bond and a relationship. We'll have to see, right? Because the offer is there. It's a new person. But the question is if there's also something from your past that's still lingering and that could be interfering in this situation, right? Because there's a reason we see you as more closed off. Like, yes, I move forward, but only up to a point. I don't open up completely.
Em,
It could also be that you allow yourself to take your time. Sometimes you don't express everything you're feeling right now, okay?
em,
If we look at it in terms of evolution, I feel that here we have a Sagittarius who eventually opens up, but who is pacing themselves in a completely different way. I feel that you have the possibility of starting a relationship. We see that there are new emotions, there are new feelings. Surely a new romantic chapter is opening in your life, right? And now we see you with this urge to, well, go through this experience. We're going to start this journey or this adventure, which feels very Sagittarian, right? And we'll see how it goes over time. Here you have the Two of Wands, and it's pretty clear that this is about stepping out of your comfort zone. It could be that this person is very different from the people you've had relationships with in your past. It's clear that something caught your attention, which is why this didn't quite make sense at first. At first it didn't fit, but I feel that it has sparked some kind of interest or curiosity in you.
em,
It's as if your instinct is guiding you right now, but from a different place and at a different pace. You are going to be here making a decision to move forward. So we see you there, already looking out at the horizon.
em,
Isn't that what this is about? Daring to open up, daring to connect, maybe with someone totally different, someone unlike you. Notice that you have the Nine of Cups here, right? How it's evolved, right? This reading, I feel like moments of great pleasure are coming. And as you get to know this person,
em,
I feel like you'll be connecting more and more deeply. This person is very connected to a dream or a desire, right? This is like, I've always wanted to be with this kind of person, or I really wanted to be in a relationship. If you've been single for a long time, it's like the universe has listened and has started to offer you, right? It's like, here it is. The person has indeed manifested. Okay?
em,
That's why many times here, right? As we see how the reading has started, the universe always says yes to you. There is no no. And if the answer here has been yes, it's like, well, and now what comes next? How does this whole story continue, right? How do I move forward, right? The truth is that you all are really going to be moving forward. It was also a matter of trust. It was a matter of openness, of daring to try, but above all, of allowing yourself, of enjoyment, of a new experience, above all, of progress. Notice how it has evolved, right? This reading, you have the Strength card here. And there's no doubt that you will be moving forward. I feel a passionate connection there and a connection with a lot of chemistry.
em,
I feel like it's a test of courage, a test of your ability to love, to open up to feeling, and to open up to really feeling deeply, right? I feel like you have a lot to share. I feel like you have a lot to express. And it doesn't make sense to withdraw, right, into oneself, but rather to start sharing all that you've been holding in, all that you've been feeling.
em,
Very intense, this love that had perhaps once been imagined, right? One had gotten their hopes up. And this is materializing. This is becoming real. Maybe the test comes from that angle, right? Like, well, this person has already appeared. What comes next? How do I open up? How do I express myself? How do I move forward? How do I control the speed? This test will be easy to overcome, right? Because the reading ends with courage. The courage and boldness to follow what you truly feel, right? This is like, it's what I feel. It's what I feel, and I want to express it, and I want to move forward. You have the Ace of Coins here, right? So this is the new stage you'll start, right? It's a time of great opportunities, Sagittarius. It's a time to start a great relationship, a great romantic relationship. There's a lot of passion. There's a lot of instinct. Be aware that there could be something here related to a trip in some cases. This is pretty strong. Whether you meet someone on a trip or take a trip with this person, that's very, very possible.
em,
I feel that as you get to know this person, because that's exactly what it's about, right? Opening up little by little.
em,
You're going to start connecting on a much deeper level. And maybe that's what was being avoided at some point, to open up completely. Yeah, I think the opportunity is there. And it's an opportunity they won't be letting slip by. Okay? A lot of happiness is coming your way. Something truly abundant is on its way, especially on the emotional level. It feels like a dream relationship, a relationship you've been longing for, that desire for love you've always had, which is now materializing and becoming a reality. Sagittarius, let's see what we have in the oracle. Egyptian oracle. Let's get your advice or message. You have the poisoner here. That's arcana number 4. Below we have Uranus, the sign of Aquarius. With the Emperor, you are in a time of great organization in your life. This is like building solid foundations. If we apply this to the relationship reading, it could be talking about a commitment, a serious commitment where there is emotional responsibility, where trust is also being built with someone. Maybe what you also have to consider with the Emperor is becoming too rigid, setting too many boundaries, or often withdrawing, or being guided more by reason and intellect than by emotions and feelings. Dear Sagittarius, this is what we've seen for all of you regarding the overall energy available to you. Have a beautiful day, and we'll see you here next time.